If this is you sitting there, phone face down, mind spinning, heart heavier than you thought it could get, maybe this hits closer than you expected. You remember the way she laughed at that stupid joke nobody else got. You remember the nights you stayed up, just staring at your ceiling, replaying moments like a broken record. That look she gave you once, the one that felt like she could see every part of you. Yeah, that one. You try to tell yourself you're fine. You're not. Not really. You feel it in your chest when a song comes on that you both used to play. The coffee tastes the same, the room looks the same, but it's different. You feel the pause in your throat when someone mentions her name, and you wonder, does she feel it too? Maybe she's out there, pretending like she doesn't think about the late texts you never sent, the missed calls you didn't make, the moments you held back because you don't even know why. And now life's starting to show her what she missed, slowly, quietly, like the universe itself is leaning in, whispering it in her ear. You feel that knot tightening when you think about her seeing someone else, or maybe not seeing anyone. Maybe just feeling empty, maybe finally realizing what was right in front of her the whole time. You sit there and wonder if she's thinking about the way you used to look at her. That patience, that calm she mistook for indifference. You can't shake the memory of her hands or the way your chest felt when she said something small but everything. Tiny things. That little crease between her eyebrows when she was concentrating. The way she tucked her hair behind her ear when she was nervous. You know the details because you noticed. Nobody else did. And now the thought hits you in a quiet, raw place. She's coming back. Not for chance, not for a redo. She's coming back because life is showing her the truth. That what she had, what she lost, was rare. And maybe, just maybe, you've been carrying that quiet knowing, that unshakable weight all along. But here's the question you don't let yourself ask aloud, the one that keeps you awake longer than anything else. If she comes back, will you even want her? Listen, most guys, they see her coming back and they panic. They think it's about chasing, about proving something. They don't get it. They never get it. You remember that time you stayed up waiting for her text hours, staring at the screen like a fool?
Yeah.
That's the trap. That's the noise most men let run their lives. They think showing need is strength. It's not even close. Here's what you need to understand. Being rare isn't loud. It isn't flexing or begging or making her see you as some prize she has to win. Being rare is quiet. It's steady. It's showing up in ways she barely notices, but she remembers. I'm talking about the nights you didn't answer because you were building something or just sitting alone figuring out who you are. I'm talking about the times you listened instead of reacting, the patience in your silence. That's the kind of presence most guys can't even recognize in themselves. See, here's the truth. She's not coming back for your words. She's coming back because life is showing her that what she had isn't easy to replace. And it won't be. She'll feel the contrast between the guy she lost and the rest of the noise she's surrounded by now. Most men miss this because they confuse attention for value. They believe the louder they are, the more she'll notice. But the rare ones, the ones who matter, they let life, circumstance, and their own consistency speak for them. You don't have to chase. You don't have to explain. You just are. Remember that time you caught her smiling at something small, some stupid joke or a memory, and she looked at you like you were the only one who ever understood her. That's the kind of thing she's replaying now. Not the arguments, not the drama, the quiet moments, the subtle, overlooked gestures, masculine principle. Two things. One, your worth isn't in the chase. Two, presence beats pressure every single time. Show that. Live that. The rest falls into place. Don't panic if she circles back. Don't overthink it. Let her see the difference without a single word. Let her wonder. Let life reveal it. That's calm authority. That's being rare. And trust me, it's noticed. The rain taps lightly against the window. You hear it, but it doesn't matter. The coffee on the table is cold. You didn't drink it. You never do when she's on your mind. She's coming back. You know it before she even steps through that door. You can feel it in the quiet of the apartment, in the way the air hangs heavy with memories. The laugh you shared, the one where she threw her head back and you caught it without even thinking it echoes. Soft but sharp, you remember that night on the balcony. The city lights below, her hair brushing against your hand. You didn't say it. You couldn't. You were too busy thinking you'd ruin it if you tried. You never thought she'd remember. But she does. She always does. A car passes, horn. Somewhere a dog barks. The smell of rain hitting asphalt seeps in. And suddenly, you're back in that moment when she leaned in, whispered something you barely caught, something that made your chest tighten without warning. You weren't ready then. You are now. She's coming back. Not because she planned it. Not because she figured out some clever line. Because life has a way of showing people what they lost. You were rare. You always were. You didn't need to scream it. Didn't need to prove it. And now the world is whispering it to her. The memory hits you, the way she used to laugh at the stupidest things, how she'd fall asleep mid-conversation, trusting you'd catch her thoughts anyway. You let her fall asleep. You didn't mock it. You didn't call it weak. You just let her be. That's why she'll notice. That's why she'll come back. A sudden knock on the door. You jump, heart racing. But it's nothing. Just the building settling. You breathe. But the tension lingers. Your chest still remembers her weight, her warmth, her energy, even when she's gone. You think about the nights she didn't stay, the nights you didn't call, the nights you let her leave because you knew she needed to see the world without you, and you. You stayed steady, silent, patient. That patience, that quiet strength, that's what hits harder than any words you could have thrown at her. You sit there, staring at the empty chair across the table. The rain slows, light drifts through the blinds, painting stripes across the floor. She's coming back. She doesn't know it yet, but you feel it in your bones. You always did. And then the thought hits, sharp and undeniable, when she walks in. Will you even notice the hesitation in her steps? Will you even let it shake you? Or will you be that rare thing she can't forget, the man who stayed calm, steady, unshakable, while the world around her screamed for attention? The kettle whistles in the kitchen. You don't move. You let it go. Life is showing her. She's coming back. And when she does, you'll already be ready. Most guys think the first text she doesn't answer means the end. They panic. They overthink. They believe absence equals loss. But here's the thing, absence isn't empty. It's revealing. It shows who you really are when no one is watching. She didn't ghost you. You disappeared from yourself. That hit me one night when I was staring at my phone, pretending I didn't care. I realized I had been chasing shadows, not her. You've done it too, waiting for her to notice what you weren't even noticing in yourself. Second belief, that showing her effort constantly proves value. Wrong. You don't win her back with noise. You win her with calm, presence, and patience. I remember sitting on the balcony, rain dripping off the edge, thinking about the text I didn't send, how terrifying it felt to just be quiet, to trust that life would show her what I was. That silence, it became louder than any words I could have screamed. Attention is cheap. Respect is priceless. Think about that. When she circles back, it won't be because of the Instagram story you posted or the message you crafted. It'll be because she finally feels the difference between the guy who needs her and the one who stood steady without you. Third belief, that if she's gone, it's a reflection of your worth. Nope, that's the trap. Worth isn't measured by who stays or leaves. Worth is measured by who you are when no one is clapping. The late nights alone, the moments you chose growth over panic, that's what life eventually shows her. That's what makes you rare. You don't lose her. You lose your own presence. I remember thinking about her seeing someone else. My chest tightened, but then I let it go. Focused on myself, built my life, and slowly, quietly, life started flipping the story. Belief shattered, perspective shifted. You start to see that what you thought was rejection was the universe giving her a chance to recognize what she already had and giving you a chance to stay rare. This is what he understands. Most men lose themselves when she steps away. They panic, they chase, they overthink every text, every like, every glance she gives someone else. The 1% headmen, He doesn't. This is how he leads with presence, not pressure. He sits in the quiet, lets the world do the talking. He remembers the nights she left, the nights he wanted to call, text, explain himself, and he didn't. He chose patience over panic. He chose calm over noise. That's what being rare looks like. He notices things most guys miss, like the way she laughs when she's actually happy, or the way her shoulders slump when she's tired. He doesn't comment on it. He just remembers, stores it, doesn't use it as ammo, doesn't let it sting. That's presence. That's subtle strength. This is what he understands. She'll come back when life shows her the truth. Not because he begged, not because he screamed, not because he posted some highlight reel to prove he's fine. She'll come back because he stayed steady, unshakable, because he carried himself with clarity even when his chest felt heavy. Moments like this are messy. 1 minute, he's scrolling through memories he swore he erased. Next minute, he's laughing at something ridiculous on the feed. Human.
Uneven.
Real. He lets himself feel it all: regret, longing, the quiet satisfaction of knowing he did it right even when it hurt. This is how he leads with presence, not pressure. He goes for a run at dawn. He works on his craft late at night. He reads, writes, moves lives. He fills his life with motion that matters, instead of wasting energy chasing signals that don't define him. That's what makes him rare. That's what makes her notice. He knows she might be seeing someone else, that her world is moving on. And he doesn't sweat it. He doesn't try to manipulate the timeline. He doesn't panic when she appears or disappears. He stays centered, lets life reveal her perspective. Let the world do the work. This is what he understands. Your value isn't in being seen. Your value is in showing up fully, quietly, consistently. In being the guy who doesn't crumble when she tests boundaries or walks away. He's steady, unshakable, rare. And maybe that's the hardest lesson for most men: letting go of control, letting go of fear, letting go of noise, letting presence do the work. He doesn't need her to prove you mattered. He already knows. Life is showing her now. He's standing by the window, rain tapping against the glass, cold air on his skin. A laugh from months ago flickers in his mind, hers, sharp bright, then gone. He catches himself reaching for the phone, stops. His hand hangs in the air. Weird, strange, quiet relief. Memory hits the night he stayed quiet instead of arguing. The way she leaned back, eyes soft, trusting. The smell of her perfume, faint, lingering. He exhales, really exhales, no more bending. He whispers, almost surprised by his own voice. Heart thuds, chest tight, but steady. Flash, him scrolling, waiting, hoping. Pain in every swipe, then clarity. Presence over panic, self over chase. His reflection in the glass, eyes clear, lips pressed together. He smiles, small, human, not for her, not for anyone, for him. The rain slows, the air lightens, and suddenly he knows he won't break himself again. Not for her, not for anyone. She's coming back. You feel it in the silence, in the space between heartbeats, in the way the air hangs thick and quiet around you. You don't move, you don't chase, you don't speak. You just exist, solid, unshakable, rare. The memories flicker, laughter, late nights, small touches, and you let them burn softly like embers you don't need to fan. Rain drips down the window, cold, sharp, clear. You breathe it in, you let it hit your skin. She'll see it. Life shows her the difference, the steadiness, the calm that was there all along. And when she does, you'll already be gone.